Before you leap forward and run toward the future, looking for answers, forecasting your fortitude, realizing that there is something greater ahead than perhaps what is behind you. Pause and take a moment and ask yourself, who is the person looking forward? Peace. My name is Stacy Patrice. Welcome back to my channel. I wanted to start today with this revelation that I've had, which is that everyone can look at a tool and utilize it a different way. Some people will take one tool and they will utilize it to excavate and go really deep. Other people will take that same tool and they'll use it as something cute and beautiful on the surface. Another person will take that tool and they will look far away and imagine something that has nothing to do with right now, or even something they may never meet. But the most important thing is that we have the tools and we use them according to our needs and desires, and that they provide a sense of clarity and happiness and beauty for each of us. This is how I look at astrology. It doesn't matter how you use the tool. It matters not to me if you use the tool. But if you're going to use the tool, make sure you understand the capabilities that it can provide. A lot of people in the public eye and behind the people in the public eye utilize astrology every day to make determinations about when to do something. So, timing being a huge key in astrology. Also, whether the effects will be beneficial or not, which is also connected to timing and sometimes connected to people, places, platforms, things of that nature. We also have a huge capability in people utilizing astrology to know what to do, what not to do at all, like things to pursue. Will it ever come into fruition? Will it ever happen for me? And a lot of people utilize astrology for this because it is a way to predict and to forecast the future. Also, some people use it to know whether it is time for them to pay attention to their health or pay attention to any other aspect of their chart in order to get more details about how to cheat the system, how to cheat the code. And so the operative word I have here is cheat. Most of the people who utilize systems to forecast, to know ahead of time, is to cheat the system, right? It's to cheat the way that the system is functioning and to know something that allows them to cheat the way that they know it will consistently function. But where for me that goes sideways is that when you start to do that in everyday life, when you start to use or manipulate systems in order to have a heads up or an advantage, that creates karmic consequences that people are not always aware of. Sometimes it creates the reality that whatever it is you were trying to get away from comes for you harder. So then there is this aspect that is absolutely my favorite aspect of astrology, which is to go back and get it, which is to know who the person is that's trying to move forward and maybe why you're trying to move forward, and maybe even if it's possible to move forward. Like it is that disciplinarian question of like, will I be able to escape the things that I didn't want to deal with and move into a life that works for me? Am I going to be successful in my exercising of free will? As I might do from today forward, should I know the answers that provide a yes in my life? And it's interesting how we can do that, but it takes a little bit more fortitude to look back at the evidence that you have of the life that you've already lived and look at that and say, okay, if nothing else has happened, I know I have lived this many years. And in this window between these two bookends, I know that this has been my life from a perspective that I have looked at it from. Or maybe a perspective that I need to look at it from. I haven't maybe looked at it yet, right? And I'm just trying to, give an idea of what multiple people might be thinking. But this idea says that who you are and who you've been is somewhat static. It's been able to do certain things and it's already lived, so it doesn't matter. It's time to move on and create fortune for things we have yet to see. And the truth of the matter is, there are people like me that look at things retrospectively and proactively. Like, so if I look in the sky and I want to know what day is it going to be a full moon, yeah, that's a kind of looking forward. I'm looking for signs of things that I know that tend to behave in a consistent way. And I want to know if that's happening soon so that I can either plan an activity, change an activity, or more deeply engage in an activity, right? But if I'm looking back, I'm looking to understand the foundations of the story of the life that I've been living. And I'm looking to understand them in a way that provides me with such information that it deepens my understanding of self. It may deepen my journey or who I come from, how I came forth, what I came forth with. It's more about the potential of a thing and am I utilizing it? Am I understanding it? Is it deep enough? Does it have enough of a landing with me that I really start to understand what I am here to do? Are my karmic lessons clear? Are they still trying to get my attention as I try and run forward into the forecast? It's like taking a moment, taking a beat, taking a beat and saying, there might be a connection between these things that have happened to me that I don't like to look at and what might be waiting for me moving forward if I don't take the time to understand it. So I can be proactive once I understand who is trying to look forward. If I don't have a deep grasp of that, then I may move forward consciously, unconsciously with things that have not settled with me yet. And so a lot of times people are looking for something to do, a direction to take that unsettled energy, to take that passion, to move in a potentialized way. Not everybody goes through this. Some people have a very clear idea of who they are without astrology, and they know who they are, and astrology just helps to confirm it, if anything. So it's not like this idea of being lost. It's this idea of making sure you collect and gather yourself. And then as you look forward, take that person with you because that is the person that's going to provide the context and move through the lessons with the certain knowledge that you've gathered. So it's important to go back and get it. It's important to have that Sankofa about who you are and to bundle that up and bring that with you so that as you move forward in those predictive or forecasting results, you start to understand who that is looking forward to what it is that they actually came here with. It's like putting on a backpack and being like, hey, yo, I'm going on this journey and I'm taking this with me. I'm leaving some things behind because I'm done with them. But the rest of the stuff is going to help me as I move forward. So, in order for me to really get what it is that I'm moving forward with, I really need to understand what I have in my backpack. I can't wait until I need it. I can't wait until I have to use it to try and figure out how it works. I got to read the instruction manual. I have to charge the batteries. I have to make sure I know what temperatures it's powerful in and, maybe other temperatures where it could malfunction. I have to understand the usage and care instructions of what I am carrying with me. And without that context and that knowledge, I am moving forward with certain blinders on. I'm not fully understanding what this is about, but I am willfully trying to push and power through it because it's so much more comfortable to move into the new than to look at where I've been and what I've been. And you know what? I'm here to tell you, I get it. I get it. A lot of us have lived lives and gone through things that feel, whether it's dramatic, traumatic, or in other cases, just not anything we want to continue to sit in. And I'm not suggesting that you do. I'm suggesting that you look at who was the person that was going through that and you collect that person so that you understand that that aptitude that you had to survive that understanding that you have is the same thing you have as you move forward without going back into the drama or trauma pattern. You can understand why it's happening to you because it's connected to a larger lesson that you will definitely need as you move forward. So I want to know your thoughts on this. Tell me what you think about this. Tell me your ideas and your thoughts about how you have moved past the external image of what has been named about you versus what you've learned about yourself through sidereal astrology. And also how that information that you've learned has changed and shifted so that as you move forward, you have a deeper, better understanding of the shape that was already there before you were shaped by others. Let me know in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, and of course, comment. And I look forward to talking with you soon. Peace.